Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, spiritual path is about figuring out the truth of oneself, the unchanging truth. And we already have the reference that truth is within, and you are that. And that is the consciousness itself. And the nature of the consciousness is also conscious and empty. Even we have this reference. Right now, we are having a hard time to reclaim who we are, isn't it? And how do you see you are missing out the truth? You have a hard time reclaim who you are, is by seeing your inner conflict and fear. Inner conflict and fear is the direct reflection that you don't know who you are. You have not seen who you are. When the fear is there, that's the indication. So, when you ask yourself, who am I? Right now, what you know about yourself is just an ideas, isn't it? Ideas or experience. The identification with the ideas and experience. And that itself is false because the truth of who you are is not an idea nor an experience. And what you have right now is ideas and experience. And all those are accumulation from your own experience. Whatever you have gone through in your life leaves the residue as an idea. So who you are so far is an idea. Definitely upgraded ideas, upgraded meanings, upgraded belief, which are the same thing, it's an idea. So when you ask yourself, who am I? What resurfaces in you is the idea, that idea with your skills in the relative world, isn't it? Who you are right now in the relative world, you identify yourself with that, the upgraded self. Beside that, you have no idea, or you have no idea about what the truth is. You have the idea, you are that, you are consciousness, is within you. You also have this idea that I am the conscious being, but that conscious being is not conscious of its own nature. Enlightenment journey is about seeing the nature of the consciousness and resting as consciousness. But right now you're having a hard time to rest in who you are, isn't it? Why? Because you are ingrained in your ideas, you are ingrained in your identification. Identification gives you that persona, that face to be part of the world. In the relative world, you need that. But when it comes to spiritual freedom, all identification gotta go, because who you are is not identification. It's not about wearing a mask. It's about peeling all the masks. Notice every aspect of our lives, we wear different masks according to our situation, isn't it? You are different person at home. You are a different person at work. You are a different person with your friends. Everybody has that different persona according to the circumstances or situation. And all this mask is the ego ego play. Anyway, right now when you ask yourself, who am I? There is only ideas and experience. And who you are is neither of them. And to start the spiritual journey, this is the good place to start. Reflecting. Is that true that everything I know so far is just an ideas and experience? Is that true? And the reflection in you will help you to recognize that. This was a big moment in my life. I was being part of the spiritual work for even decades, and I was so into ideas, meanings, experience, and I was lost in it. And at that point, when I heard, you are not your ideas and not your experience, and everything you know, at that moment I got this idea that everything you know is ideas and experience. Beside that, you know nothing about yourself. When I heard this message, when I received this message, I reflect in myself. Is that true? And this was the turning point for me to realign myself towards the truth. If I haven't got this message, or if I haven't got this waking moment in my life, I would still be lost in the ideas, meanings, and experiences. Through my interest in spirituality, interest in freedom, I encountered this message. And because of that, I was able to make myself free from the identification. So, today is the day for you, for some of you, if you are hearing this message. Everything you know so far is an idea or experience. What you know about yourself is ideas and experiences, and neither of them is you. You are the consciousness that allows all ideas and experience to rise and fall, appears and disappears. You are that background. But when you hear this is still another idea, isn't it? How to reclaim the truth of who you are. That's the question. How to get to the truth. How to reclaim the truth of who you are. How to see the truth is by dismantling the mind. The spiritual journey is about peeling your mind, dismantling the mind until nothing is left. And when you ask yourself, who am I? That's where you see. That's where you reclaim who you are. Because when you are thorough in dismantling your layers, that thorough dismantling prepares you. And when you ask yourself, who am I? That who am I becomes a final click, and you catch yourself. That's where your ego gives up. The ego sees that the ego cannot comprehend the truth. That means you cannot comprehend the truth as an ego self. That's where you give up. And that's where you rest in who you are. So it's about dismantling the mind. And you have to dismantle all aspects of your life. You have to thoroughly trace it back to figure out the root cause of the suffering, and also you have to uproot the root. The root cause of the suffering is the attachment, ingrained belief. Your life is happening from that root, the ingrained conditioning. What you do right now is happening from there. So you have to figure out the root cause of the suffering, and you have to uproot the root altogether until nothing is left. So you have to go from the idea to figure out the root, and you have to dismantle the root until there's nothing is left, no mind is left. This is the process is missing in the spiritual world, or this is the chunk that is missing in spiritual seekers, in you. If you are hearing this idea, and if this is new to you, this is missing in you. And whatever you're doing right now itself is a distraction in you. Anything, if you are not dismantling your mind, what you're doing is refining the mind, organizing the mind, taming the mind. And all act is simply a stagnation in your spiritual journey until you start to dismantle. Even the meditation is about organizing the mind, refining or simplifying the mind. The meditation helps people to calm themselves, to simplify the mind. Simple mind is still a mind, and truth of who you are is not the mind. So when you anchor in a simple mind, yes, your life is simple too. But that is a positive flow in life, positive lifestyle. To figure out the truth, you have to go beyond the positive lifestyle. You have to give up. And that's where you start to feel the real heat in your spiritual journey. You have to go through the battle within you. And to win the battle, you have to lose yourself. And that's the win for you. When you lose yourself in the battle, in the spiritual battle, that's where you reclaim who you are. That's where you rest in who you are. So, how to see the truth, how to make your conscious nature to see the nature of the consciousness is by dismantling. And here's the direct movement that you can create in your inward journey. You see you are attached to something in your life, isn't it? Not everybody is attached to something. You're not alone in your attachment. You're the only. Don't think you are the only person attached to, whatever you're attached to. Every single human beings are attached to something. Every human beings are afraid. There's so much fear. Unless the people who are enlightened, that's a different thing. People who are not enlightened, there's attachment, there's a fear. So, you have fear, you have attachment. You can work on either. Okay, you can ask yourself, why am I attached to whatever you're attached to? Or, why am I afraid? So, whichever you want to use it today to trace your mind backward. So, utilize the inquiry. Self-examination is the most essential aspect of spiritual freedom. So, I give you the example. You ask yourself, why am I attached to whatever you are attached? Or, why am I afraid? Or, another one is, you are struggling. Then ask yourself, why am I struggling? Right now, everyone's life is a struggle. So you can also use that. Whatever experience you're going through, you can utilize your moment and question yourself, what you're experiencing, and simple why is going to help you. Anyway, inquiry is the most important part of the spiritual freedom. So question yourself. Okay. Yeah, that's all in this video. I hope this video makes sense to you. Okay. Yeah, enjoy your self-inquiry approach. If you want to, free from your fear, conflict, struggle, pain in your life. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next video. Take care for now. Bye.